light shines inside you. When the 7 trumpets sound, we will start the revolution. When we turn up, we shut it down. Become a Skywalker, indigo daughter, sons of holy water. If patience is a virtue, then to have some is an honor. For those who seek the truth and need some light to help them conquer. No darkness falls and it will only make you stronger.
All right, guys, welcome back to Psych Word. You are now on the couch with Rob Gerard and Diana Giordano. Thank you very much, Chris Rush, for that song. That was a great song. That was DeMarcus Rashad. He's from Houston, Texas.
Love it.
Yeah, man.
I loved it.
Right? It had a really cool vibe, Chris. You were talking about before how you were playing it and stuff. So, on the line right now, we have hip-hop artist out of Houston, Texas, DeMarcus Rashad. DeMarcus, you there?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
How's everything going, man?
Man, everything is wonderful in my world.
Man, you know what? We were just vibing out to your song, and we were just saying about how much we like it, man. A great song.
I appreciate it.
So, tell me a little bit about your journey. I know right now you're down in Miami, right?
Yeah, I'm down in Miami for the Coast to Coast convention that they having down here.
Oh, okay. What's going on with that?
Well, you know, Coast to Coast basically gives opportunities for indie artists to, get around each other, network, meet with people in the industry. Freeway's supposed to be performing at the yacht party for the Labor Day weekend jump off. So I'm just down here networking, meeting people, and having a good time.
That sounds good, man. That sounds good. Now, how long have you been rapping for? Well, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 25.
All right. And how long have you been rapping for?
I started rapping, taking it serious about a year ago. Before then, I was going to college. I graduated from the University of Texas in San Antonio.
Wow.
I wanted to be a psychologist and, just help people, with developing a more positive mindset. And somewhere along the way, I just decided to just become an artist and focus on, crafting and trying to make a living out of it.
And I have to say, just talking to you just for a couple minutes now, you have this very mellow, comforting, soothing voice, and I could just see you, that as being your personality. And you're 25. I mean, do you think like you have one of those old souls, you want to help people, and how is that helping you with your music? Do you think you have an advantage with other people because of that?
Well, yeah, I most definitely think that I have an old soul, and as far as it comes into helping with my music, I think people can relate because most of the stuff that I write about is about, my life experience, and it's always about overcoming myself. I started writing and rapping as my way to empower myself with through the experience that I was having. And so I feel like through me empowering myself, I can help empower others if they can appreciate, the craft that I have.
Absolutely. So now, have you switched your focus from school to doing mainly rapping, or are you doing a little bit of both?
My focus right now is solely on making music. Like now that I've gotten a bachelor's degree, I've kind of just focused more on music. The only thing that I'm doing now, school related, is I'm trying to get a certification in holistic healing and wellness.
Good for you.
Just to learn more about the mind and the body. And,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And you know what? Just by listening to his song, I could tell he's not your typical hip hop artist. You know what I mean? It's got a different vibe. He's not. It doesn't sound like he's trying to be something that he's not. He's not trying to emulate. What he hears on the radio. You could tell that you're trying to create your own lane. And now that I'm getting some more background on you, in regards to, your education, that all kind of makes sense.
Yeah, most definitely. It's very important, for you as an individual to express your individuality. And I think people get tired of hearing the same thing. When I was growing up, I watched the Hip Hop versus America, and hip hop always kind of had like a negative stigma, as far as them talking about it, people degrading their own people and degrading women and things of that nature. And I just want to focus on what I know about. I don't have millions of dollars. I don't splurge money. I'm not a player or anything, but I am a person just like everyone else who suffers from the ways of this world, and I try to empower myself and overcome. So those are the type of things that I focus on writing about.
Well, you're not a player, but you do crush a lot. Am I correct?
Most definitely.
Now, let me ask you something, DeMarcus. Who is in your tape deck right now? I mean, who is out there that you're like that you're watching their movement, that you're really like looking up to?
Right now, I've been listening to Nobody Smiling, Common.
Oh, okay, Common, yeah.
Yeah, I really I like that project a lot, and I've been listening to it a lot. An artist that I've been watching for a very long time is actually Wiz Khalifa. I've been listening to Wiz ever since Prince of the City, and that I probably came on to that when I was like in 11th grade. And so, now for me to be 25 and just to see, where his career has went, that's something that it kind of inspires me, to see how that unfolded. But I'm also listening to Jay Electronica, and I love Erykah Badu. I'm always listening to her as well.
Listen,
right there.
Listen, Erykah Badu, let me tell you, man, she is one of my absolute favorites, man. Erykah Badu, I put her in the same category as like some of the, like Sade. And Sade, religiously listening to Sade Pandora is what put me on to Erykah Badu, because they would slip in Erykah Badu, and all of a sudden I was hooked on Erykah. Man.
Yeah,
she is incredible.
Oh
yeah, she's amazing.
And that leads to like Jill Scott, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's great. That's amazing.
So DeMarcus, where do you see yourself 12 months from now?
12 months from now, I would like to tour outside of America. I would like to have developed a solid foundation for myself, like a solid team, and start getting paid to do more shows, make more music, and just expanding on what I'm doing right now.
So what are you doing right now? I said, you want to tour outside. Do you have a tour right now that you're doing?
I've been touring with Coast to Coast, pretty much since maybe like March.
Okay.
About 2 weeks ago, we toured the West Coast, so I hit like Phoenix, LA, Las Vegas,
Nice.
San Francisco, and Portland. And, so I've been around. I performed up there in New York. I performed in Boston. And so I performed in Toronto also with Coast to Coast. So
you are all over.
Yeah, they literally allowed me to go coast to coast.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Now, being from Houston, Texas, and obviously, they really came to mainstream prominence in hip-hop probably, between 2005 and like 2008, 2009, right?
Right.
What do you think is the biggest misinterpretation of a Houston artist when you tell them, like, I'm from Houston?
Well, most of the time they expect my music to sound a certain type of way. They expect me to talk about sipping lean, maybe a car or something.
Candy paint.
Yeah, candy paint, all that. But, they don't expect, lyrical content within the music. And even when I perform in Houston, a lot of people, they tell me that I don't sound like I'm from Houston. And but it's refreshing, you know what I'm saying? It's refreshing to them because, after a while you get tired of hearing the same sound. You want to hear something new.
Absolutely. And I feel that the music world in general just kind of evolves over time. I mean, you know, hip hop, rap, R&B. I mean, you could kind of see the trends over the years. And why not be one of those trendsetters? You know, bring us something new that everybody's like,
I'd agree.
You know, wow, I like this. And then you be the person that other people are trying to emulate, you know?
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
Now, DeMarcus, where and how can our listeners get a hold of you? Social media? Do you have a website? What's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
I have a website, which is DeMarcusRashad.com. You can find me on there. You can find me on Facebook, DeMarcus Rashad, and it's DE space MarcusRashad. So if you just put the space in there, you should be able to pull me up. You can find me on Twitter at DeMarcus Rashad, and that's DE_Marcus Rashad. You can find me on Instagram at DeMarcus Rashad.
All
If
right.
you Google DeMarcus Rashad, all of that should pop up.
He is everywhere.
Beautiful. Well, DeMarcus, thank you very much for stopping by Psych Word. It was a pleasure having you on. We look forward to having you on again. The song is wonderful, and we look forward to playing more DeMarcus Rashad songs.
I appreciate you, and thanks for having me on as well.
Hey, best of luck on the tour, man.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
All right, so that was DeMarcus Rashad. Great artist, great interview. And we have a lot more coming up. We're only halfway done with this episode of Psych Word.
That's right.
So definitely, guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned in. And the couple-minute break that we have right now, feel free to go to psychword.com.
And we're going to kick it up a notch.
Are we?
We are.
You gave me a weird wink when you said that. That was. Are you gonna like flip a table or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, guys. Psych Word. We'll be back in a couple moments.